The Endtimes Trilogy. Zine games about the end of the world. Game 1, Que Sera Sera.
In Que Sera Sera, you'll roleplay the story of 4 unsavory characters trying their hardest to ignore the apocalypse. Cards correspond to story prompts that help you set scenes and introduce new characters to the story. Those characters live out on the table, surrounded by the facets you create each scene. Facets are things important to the world, the story, or the characters themselves. In the second half of the game, you'll be destroying those facets. Every scene, you'll destroy more. The world is ending. Try as they might to ignore it, everything in these characters' lives will be swept up in the madness. What will be, will be. Que Sera Sera.
Game 2, Into a Warm Sun.
In Into a Warm Sun, you'll play post-apocalyptic bunker dwellers under the supervision of the Warden, played by the GM. The Warden controls the bunker and the narrative. The tenants can push back if they disagree about anything, but doing so is a gamble. The Warden rolls 3 dice to maintain control to see if the tenants will have to roll for themselves and to determine who moves the sliders. The sliders give you the current situation in the bunker. Is the Warden in control, or are the tenants close to freedom? Is it an environment of trust or doubt? Is the Warden's story about the outside the truth, or a total lie? The game ends if one slider bottoms out, or if one of the tenants totally lose themselves trying to take control. Will anybody make their way into a warm sun?
Game 3, The Way Out.
In The Way Out, you roleplay characters with a unique affliction. They keep showing up in different times and places right before the world ends. To start, each player gets 2 tarot cards. One represents their innate nature, and the other represents their relationship with another character in the coterie. Then we jump into the first chapter by determining where in time our characters find themselves and who they are in that world. While roleplaying, players use special moves by moving the next tarot card to the center of the shared talent. When a major arcana gets moved for the first time, the bringer arrives to complicate the coterie's life. When no higher card can be played, the end of the world begins. The world and chapter both end when no cards remain. Can our characters recognize the pattern and find the way out?
Coming to Zinetopia on BackerKit in February 2026.